Hey everyone, welcome to Infor Learning. I'm excited to have you here for today's video. If you have been working with SQL Server, you might have noticed that by default you can only connect it from the same machine. But what if you want to start your database server from another system in your LAN or even through the VPN? That's exactly what I'll show you today, step by step. So first let me show you, okay, these let me show you the screens or the servers. Okay, so you can see here, this is my system A, and this is my system B. Okay, so my system A is my server. Okay, just assume that this is my server. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is that I'll make this system A server as remote server, and I'll connect to my system A server through system B. Okay, through this LAN. Okay, basically these two servers are on same IP address, so I can connect through the same IP. Okay, that's what I'm going to show you. Before we start, let me quickly mention, exposing your database publicly can be risky. What I'm showing here is for learning and testing purpose only. If you are doing this in production, always secure your server with proper firewall VPN services. Okay, so let's start with step one. Here first we need to enable the TCP in the SQL server. Okay, first whatever the services you have to enable is that from your this server. Okay, and then I'll show you first I'm doing all the changes and setting configurations in my server. Okay, so here first we should have to open SQL server configuration. Okay, run is at administrator. Okay, here just go to SQL Server network. Okay, just click here and you can see here that protocols from MS-SQL Server. Click here and here just navigate to TCP port. Okay, and remember that if you haven't enabled this, just first enable this and then do the configuration part. Okay, after enabling, just click on the TCP port and here just click in the IP address, and in this IP address go to here TCP11. You can see here this one. Okay, here just check whether it is active or not, and here what we have to do is like we have to enable it, and then here just give the port number as 1433. Whatever the port you wanted to mention, that you can mention here. I am mentioning here the standard one, 1433. Okay, after doing these changes, just click on the apply and okay, then what we have to do is the next process is to restart the server. So for doing this, just click on the SQL server services, and here just click in the SQL server. Currently it is running. I need to restart it. Okay, I'm restarting the server. Just hold on. It will take a few minutes or like. Yeah, okay, we have completed this step one process. Okay, now we need to do this step two. Okay, let's do the step two, configuring the Windows Firewall. So for doing that, just click here Windows or Defender Firewall. Okay, just click here. Okay, first let me maximize it. And here in this Windows Defender Firewall session, Just click in advanced settings. Okay, you can see here inbound role, outbound role. So first we have to define here a new inbound role. Okay, I am just clicking as new, and you can see here what type of role would you like to create. It's either program, port, predefined, or custom. So we are doing through the ports. Okay, so just click on the port, and here after clicking just tap next, and here you can see does this rule applies for all local ports or a specific. So just now what I have done is like I have specified a port. So for that port only I'm just saying to my system that allow only this port. And here it is asking me should we have to allow all the connections or allow the connections if it is secure. As of now I'm like it is for only for testing purpose now, so we can click this allow all the connections. And here like remember that we have to apply this rule for domain, private and public, for all these three, and just click next. Here we need to give the name of the rule, like I'm here defining it as SQL server uh, remote access. Okay, and in the description here I'm mentioning it as SQL server access. Okay, here in description I'm mentioning it as SQL server remote access port 1433. Here also I'll mention it as 1433. Okay, just after that I'm just giving as finish. Okay, we can check here like just now we have defined SQL server remote access 1433 port, so it is currently in active state. Okay, now let's start the step 3 process. Here we need to enable the SQL authentication. For this I have to open my SQL Server Management Studio. See, you can see here this is my local system. Currently it's this is a local server. Okay, I'm connecting to my local server through my IP. This is the server. Okay, click on the just click right click on the server, and here go to the properties, and in properties just go to in the connections and check whether it is this allow remote connection services enable or not. If it is not enabled, just click on the tick and OK. Okay, just mention OK. Okay, now I'll show you whether your IP address. So this is my local system. So okay, I'm checking the IP. So you can see here my IP address is 192.168.1.5. Okay, so as of now, whatever the steps I have mentioned, that these are the steps are mandatory to do in the local server. Okay, we have completed all the required steps. Okay, and now let's connect from the system B, and then I'll show you the remaining process what we can do there. Okay, so you can see here now I have came back in my system B. So in my system B, first what I'll check here is like I'll check my IP address. whether it is in the same IP or not. So for this, so you can see here it is 192.168.1.7. So these two systems are on the same IP address. Okay. Let me show you here. Here I don't have any SQL server. I just only installed in the system. Only I have installed the SQL Server Management Studio. That is our the front end uh, through which we are going to connect to our database. Okay, so as of now, I have installed only this front end part. So there is no SQL Server in the system. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to connect to my this system through the first we can there are too many ways we can connect, like I can directly connect through my server name. This is my server name. Okay. See here we have successfully connected. So this is the one way of connecting. Okay, I'll show you the another way is like through the IP address. Okay, I can simply 198 sorry 192.168.1.5 uh, through IP I can directly connect. Okay, this is the second way, and the third way is like, and fourth thing. I think it is possible or not. I'm not sure. Like we should have to give the port number after inserting the IP address. I think then only it is work. I guess. I'm also not sure about the third uh, step, like third way of accessing the SQL server remotely. I think we need to give the port. First, we need to mention the IP address, and then we need to specify the port. Through that, we can, yeah. So 192.168.1.5. Okay, comma. Let's mention comma 1433. I think now we can access. Yeah. So these are the three ways through which we can connect. Okay, and yeah, and one more point, like if you want to know your server name or the instance name, so for that you have to go to the SQL server. Okay, in that SQL server configuration, so in that you can find your uh, instance name. Okay, so that's all for today. So in this video we have covered all the required steps to access your database server remotely. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. So first, what like let me revise all the steps what we have done here. Like first we have enabled the TCP IP port. Okay, and then what we have done the configuration in the Windows Firewall, and there we have created a inbound role, and then we have opened the SQL Server configuration, and in that we just enable the remote access. Okay, and then what we have done, like we check the IP in the server, and we have also checked the IP in the system view also, like whether these two systems are under same IP address or not. That we have done, and we have simply connected to the server remotely. Okay, and if you want to change the server name, that we can do here. Like if you want to change the server name, just type in the comment section. In the upcoming video, I'm going to show you how you can change. Okay, so that's all for today, and thank you for watching the today's video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to do so. By subscribing, you'll ensure you won't miss any updates from my channel. And if you find my content helpful, please share it with someone who might get benefit from it, and do comments if you have any doubts about it. Okay, so thank you, thanks all.